let's see. It is that time and place hour once again. Episode 7 now. You are listening to Connor Talks Games, your one and only for all things game-related, be it Eldritch Horror, 3-weight dumbbells, Dr. Teal's therapeutic solutions, or this Q-Tech 5-fans laptop cooling pad user manual that I have for whatever reason sitting on my desk, is what I would normally say. However, I am actually not recording this at my apartment. I'm recording this in a basement surrounded in the dark, and currently looking at a mailbox posting that is looking at. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, let's get down right into it as far as business is concerned. Hope y'all are listening to this are doing reasonably well. I am currently enjoying the brisk, somewhat refreshing weather of Massachusetts. I say that considering daylight savings has screwed up my schedule for sleeping, but that isn't the point. Played some fun games actually recently. I think everybody's been keeping up to date with it, but Dispatch, I've been following the episodes 1 through 8 on the, and I gotta say, the idea of playing a guy who loses the one thing that kind of made him a superhero, which was the big mech suit, Robert Robertson. It's pretty fun. I like the idea of you're just a dude, you don't do much, you just help and provide assistance to the Z team through dispatch work as you're slowly working on getting your mech suit back together. And I will not spoil the ending for anyone who is unaware, but there is a very reminiscent Silver and Golden Age comic book twist for the main villain Shroud at the end. If anyone is heavily into that, or if we have any Marvel comic readers listening to this. But other than that, keeping busy, physical labor go burr with ripping out a mailbox and trying to sand it down, paint it, and then put it right back out. But, you gotta help out the folks doing that, and all that smooth jazz, as they say. Ooh. But, because I'm away from my main gaming rig, brought my Switch with me, and honestly, there are so many good games on the Switch I could talk about, but if there was one I had to kind of really go into detail about, really doesn't get, at least for me, much better than anything that Inti Creates puts out. That is INTI Creates. They are a indie company that mainly produces for the Switch, but they produce a large variety of really fun games to the Master Blaster series, the Gunvolt series, and my personal favorite, Grim Guardians, or as the lady at Paxu was saying it when she sold me on the game, good old-fashioned Gal Guardians. Because it's kinda like Gal Guardians, but not actually. It's funny, because, so it's a comprehensive Metroidvania game in which you play two characters kind of going and shooting at people. One of the main characters has a SMG, and she makes cheese puns as she fills you full of holes. Kind of a 1920s Chicago gangsta style, if you ask me. And then there's the other character, who kind of looks a little bit like Ruby Rose from Ruby. Did I get that right? My Ruby lore is a little wonky. She's got a scythe and she uses that for origami. As per usual, though, had some other games we had on the sidelines. Paladins, which the 5v5 hero shooter that was co-made with the high-res and Evil Mojo situation, which is unfortunate because they're no longer working on it. Really fun, free-to-play hero shooter. I recommend you check it out if you're looking for something that's a little different, a little off-the-hook tang, so to speak. I continue to suffer in Sekiro, like legit. That Guardian Ape, he is beating my ass back to the Stone Age. I cannot for the life of me stop him. It's... Oh, okay. I have Mortal Blade, so it's not like I can't do it, but I don't know. In Sekiro, the major thing I like is the dueling against humans, right? Because there's like this rhyme. A lot of my abilities work with it. The Makiri counter. I'm like, yeah. No, I can't Makiri counter fists to the face, unfortunately. You can do that to legs, which is really goofy, but giant gorilla throwing shit at you and farting and screaming and freaking going at me. Yeah, no, not as much. Very unfortunate, but that's just the aim of the game. But, you know, I was coming fresh off Dark Souls 3 when I started playing it, and I still gotta beat it. Although, my friend says Ishin's Sword Saint is, Ishin's Sword Saint is a hoot and a holler. Kinda sad I don't get a gun, but I'm a ninja, what am I gonna do? Battlefield 6 as well, I've been playing a little bit of that. So, me and my roommate, we have a little ritual where we like to get into tanks, or find a tank, and we just repair goblin the hell out of it. Now, I know that's a thing that everyone does in Battlefield 6, but no, we're special about it. You see, we make goblin noises, we get on the mic, we start making the and we hide underneath and repair the hell out of it. Really good for getting points, but not really much else. I actually, I think it's like a minor glitch sometimes with tanks where a part of the bar will not fully heal up. So I did my support quest by just burning through that. Oh, actually, I'd be so remiss if I didn't talk a little bit about Zenless Zone Zero. Like, okay, bro. Earlier today, I was playing freaking RV There Yet. This funny little game jam game where you play a bunch of stoners trying to drive an RV through like this camp area, this giant valley. And before, like when we were playing it, another good friend of mine who plays Zenless with me, and we talk about it. I go to them, I go, hey, we gotta tell this one guy about Yidhara. Now, if you don't know about Yidhara, look it up. Alright, you'll know her when you see her. She was made during November, which if you follow the sacrament of November with the 3 ends, then I think you know what I'm talking about. But we had a couple of inklings as to what her previous profession was when we started. But as per usual, we always joke that the design team over there is always doing the animating with one hand, as probably said. I probably shouldn't say that, but honestly, it's funny, so why not? Now, in correlation with that, though, go back down to RV There Yet. So we'd end up choosing the hard path, I feel, on a good chunk of it, because there are sections of the map where it leads into another area, right? But it wants you to take, like, this premeditated path first. But we found out really quickly, you can just winch on a, like, 90-degree incline and go up that way. So while everybody is off kind of smoking their weed and doing whatever, here I am, getting that winch, setting that booger up, and getting ready to set it up on the hill. Now, something that I learned really quickly is the RV, if you are moving the winch and there's a person who is actively pulling it in the opposite direction with the switch, you can accidentally cause it to move. Now, keep in mind, we were in a mining area. Like, there was a hill below us. We were on that middle point, and we were trying to go up higher. And my friend was holding the button to move the RV up when I haven't winched it yet. And it almost got flung over the side. So, needless to say, not fun at all. But we got up, and then we proceeded to absolutely run over the snake that we found, but I digress. Man, I swear to God, every time, this time of year, I don't know why, in November, I get the XCOM ping, you know, the little, and I should really go back and replay that game on Enemy Within, or XCOM 2 for that matter. Now, the reason why I have to temper myself when it comes to that game, is because I have absolutely no sense of self-restraint when it comes to the DLC, so a bit context on. In XCOM, there's two big DLCs that give a bit of spice. There's the Alien Rulers and the War of the Chosen. Now, you might ask yourself, Connor, what is an alien? What is an alien ruler? What is a chosen? Well, picture an enemy in a turn-based game who gets something called a reaction. Now, normally in XCOM, the turn order is you move all your squad members, you have them do their actions, and then you can end the turn when you haven't done all those actions, and then the aliens go. Imagine if you had an enemy who was not only juiced up beyond imagination, but also had the ability to take a turn every time you did a single action. Like, I'm not even talking about you're like, oh, I'm just going to move. No, I'm talking about like, I'm going to do a single thing and then it's going to cause them to move. Yeah. Now, we're combining that, and these aren't like weak enemies either. Like, if you ever played XCOM 2, you Berserker Queen on Legend difficulty, anyone? You ever see a roided up super alien with two crushers in both hands scream at you and run at you? Because I did. And I'm sorry, Solid Steak, but you will not be coming home today. Just kidding, he was a Blade Master Ranger. He came back after he was knocked unconscious, but that's not the point. But imagine having that DLC run, and then having the Chosen, which is a hyper-elite enemy that the aliens can send after you. There's 3 of them. And they all have like an area on the map that they have staked claim to. And the idea is if you do missions in that area, you are bound to run into one. Now, the alien rulers themselves can kind of just spawn on any mission. There's a chance of one spawning per mission, and then it just kind of goes from there in the counter. If I remember correctly, there was actually a warning in the DLC that said you do not want to run these DLCs at the same time due to overlap. But I might be forgetting. Might not be. Who knows, really? Might be, something. Although, it is something when you load into a mission, and there's this one guy called the Hunter. Now, the Hunter is a Chosen whose entire shtick is that they have the ability to shoot at you with a shot that if you don't get out of the way, it deals a lot of damage. So either you need to hunker down, or you need to get out of the way. Now, that isn't a problem normally if you are, just fighting him and you're not dealing with the others. Try throwing the Archon King into the mix, or the Floater King. I think they're called Archons in this one. So the Archon King is a guy who hits you with a big stick and it hurts, and he has an ability to pick up somebody and slam them into the ground, dealing a lot of damage. And he can do all of this every single time you do something. Now, I had a moment where I procced aggro on his group when I had the Hunter, who was already locked on to one of my other guys. Now, I was already like 2 turns, like 4 actions away from that entire rotation happening, not including normal alien activity, mind you. So I just had this moment where if I moved him, the king was going to slam another more important teammate in the ground, but if I didn't move him, he was in half cover, and I wasn't enthusiastic about the shot missing. So, I'll tell you what I did. I said, that's dumb. And he got shot and he lost his head, because that was like 10 damage in one go, and it wasn't great. But I got the Archon King, and then I killed the Hunter later on when I bum rushed his area. Yeah, I got your sniper and your pistol. What are you gonna do, biatch? I'll tell you what he did. He killed another person during that mission, and it sucked. I was like, bruh, not even cool. You shot my freaking robot. Man, this is so unhinged. Anyway. Still going through World right now, Monster Hunter World. I have 3 monsters left to beat. I have to get the AT Volcana, Arch-Tempered. I have to beat the Kolf Teroth, just normal hunt, not the siege. And then I gotta kill Fatty Fatty, no parents, or Fatalis. Arch-Tempered Volcana is scaly, though. I fear that creature that looks at me. So, yeah. Not the biggest fan of that. Because the set that I want to run to do it is, like, she wants like freaking Elytron pieces, and it took me like 80 hours just to put Elytron on the ground. That wasn't fun. No, it was not. Elytron is one of the hardest experiences I probably had in that game. I'm gonna be real. She is not an easy fight at all. Like I did Sophy Jiva from, but that's more of an endurance run. You know, I did all the ATs in base world. It wasn't too bad. Did Elytron? Yeah, I legitimately wanted to do a hard flip off of a cliff. It was that bad. But we did it. It was pain, but we did it. Oh god. I can't stop seeing that in my face. All the eschaton judgments. And my friend saying, "You can't hit me." Haha. And then exploded, because she exploded with the dragon burst, and that wasn't too much fun. I swapped a hammer for a brief period of time on that fight, but that didn't go too well. We, like, got her down a couple of times, but we just kept getting screwed over. It is difficult. And this wasn't, like, the normal hunt variation. This was the special assignment. One where you have to go down and, like, drop into the area first before you can even get more stuff. And you can't leave either, that's the worst part. So you get what you get, and you can't leave. It's like, bruh. Well, it is unscripted, but I do want to get at least a single question in. So let's actually see what we got sent in this week based on the... it's the latest one here we got. I see, this is... Y'all do not stop asking me about Star Rail. Okay. This one says, and I quote, Dahlia.exe. Okay. I think what they're asking for is, am I going to be rolling for Dahlia? Or Constantine? Constance? Constantine. Constantine. John Constance? John Constance. Well, I'm telling you this, and I'm only going to tell you this. Go double-check the Zenless Zone Zero team's animations, and then go check hers, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see they pulled some people from that team to go animate her. Goodness gracious. It is very unhinged, like, goodness gracious, but she's amazing for Firebreak teams. And guess who has a good Firebreak team with Fireflame? Fug. And the Linkshack. Linksha is my, friend would call her. Yeah, honestly, I don't even... Oh my god. I don't even know what I'm gonna do in Zenless, though, because I don't see... The next 3 characters that they've announced, I'm not super crazy on. So it might be good to save a bit, but I gotta see who the reruns are gonna be. That's gonna be the hard part. Reruns are where they get you, I'm telling you. That or they smack you. But what are you gonna do? You know, it's like, ooh, oh no. They're gonna hit you. Well, this is a shorter than usual one. I think, this is a good area to kind of call it for now, but hey, if you even somewhat enjoyed this unhinged ranting of a video, then hey, that's more than I could probably say thank you for, so... Tell you what, thank you for listening. This has been Connor Talks Games, episode 7. Unhinged as per usual, and I look forward to getting some more questions to answer for next week. Thank you all for listening.